Hello, awesome people. I hope you're having a great day today. Today we're taking a look at the next short story in this collection by Ursula K. LeGuin's of more than 700 pages long and more than 39 short stories of various lengths. This is the 15-page short story. It's sort of science fiction-ish. It's with alternate worlds, called The Flyers of GGY for you folks. So basically what's happening in this short story is that we'll open up and we'll be told about how there are these different alternate planes of existence that have been approached by people in our world, in other worlds too. And there's one plane called G, which is pretty unique because this is the only place where instead of humans that develop looking like us, there are these bird people instead that grow feathers and sometimes wings and stuff like that, right? And so we go into their whole culture. Like we find out in the first couple pages, they're conservative. They write with quills. They don't embrace technology. They're a huge, big place to tourists to go visit and live with them and such. So we'll find out a lot more about their life and their culture. About halfway through the short story, we'll find out we'll get a story of somebody who lives with their lives as a part of their culture, the G flyers and such. So that's kind of what's happening with this sort of thing, right? And such. So that's basically it. For the first half, it's not even a story of the short aspect, right? It's just the setup of what's happening. It's just descriptions of the people and their plane. And then the story itself will tell the story of this person from birth to now and such. So that is a short story of this person's life, right? But it's like halfway through by the time it ends, and it ends a couple pages early. And this is only like a 15-page short story, right? So there's not a lot of story in the short story, right? And so I like the idea of, bird people and what their society and culture would actually be like, right? They write quills. They give, feathers away for using quill writing and calligraphy and stuff like that. It's a really key part of their culture and society, right? I like that. Such, but at the same time, there's not a lot of story here either, right? Even in a 15-page short story, right? There's just not a lot of story here for you folks. So that's my main issue with it. So I'm probably giving this like a 6.5 out of 10 for you folks. If you just want to hear a description of a parallel world that's connected with our, and this is about 20 years before modern times. It's roughly when she wrote this, a few decades ago, right? And such. So there you are. That's the short story of Jir, the alternate universe story for you folks, set in the sci-fi universe. Now, just a reminder, this collection, I'll link it to you in the comments below, has divided into halves. And the first half just has stories that are not in science fantasy or science fiction genres that she's usually known for. Now we're in the second part, and we're getting close to the end, as you can see from my bookmark and so forth. Right. Got about 100 pages left, roughly the 700 pages, right? So we got about 100 pages left of 700 big, thick, giant pages, right? This is only 15 pages long. It took me like maybe 35 minutes for me to read last night, despite the oversized collection for you folks. Ursula K. LeGuin self-collated this. She has lots of more short stories too. She chose the name and all that stuff for you folks. And you'll read her introductions to these two sections too, for you folks. So that's sort of what happens. Ursula K. LeGuin, she is a beloved figurehead. Wrote a lot of novels that are considered classics in canon of science fiction for folks, like The Latina Darkness that I've reviewed for you folks. And then she also set decades ago for you folks. And then she's also done some fantasy things too, like the last short story and A Wizard of Earthsea too. It's also very well known. That's the young adult series that creates this sort of like idea of the boy wizard going to school and is from an outsider. They're not born into that magic society like Harry Potter, and they're very powerful, right? Get the wizard, and so he is definitely a Harry Potter so she created that genre too, and definitely put it on the map in some major ways too, for you folks. So that's also another reason why, Ursula K. LeGuin, in addition to having tons and tons of Hugo Awards, she also is beloved by fantasy writers too. Fantasy fans writers too. So there you are. There you go. Once again, I'm giving this a 6.5 out of 10 for you folks. If you enjoyed this, why not hit that subscribe button, because there could be a lot more of these to follow. As a reminder, this channel's name is The Worst Thing About New Books. That's a quote by a French philosopher named Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about new books was that they kept us from reading the old ones. And so I'm really like doing explorations of her because most of her stuff was written decades ago, right? Some of her stuff was written before I was born in '76, right? That's kind of cool. That's one of the reasons for my passion for my channel, right? Also, so have you read this? If so, what do you think about it? Did you agree or disagree with my 6.5 out of 10? So talk about it in the comments below. And then finally, I just want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and investing in watching my video, because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling and I appreciate it. So thanks again and have an amazing day.